Okay, so I'm low-key sized because somebody asked me what is Homegirl Day Liaison, and when will it drop? Like, what exactly does it entail? What are the fundamental elements or constituents that comprise Homegirl Day Liaison? Um, why does it sound French? Is it in French? Um, I have answers to these, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to give you too much because it's in the works. Actually, you might have already experienced or have been in contact, have interfaced with some of this material um, as I'm still compiling and sorting it out. I mean, it's going to be an assortment of various constituents, I will say, a variety of constituents. But Homegirl Day Liaison is really just what it says. I mean, I am going to be kind of that intermediary, that conduit, that middle connecting piece to the homegirls, And I was speaking to you a few days ago about, like, I think it was this past weekend, about Girls Night Out. And Homegirl Day Liaison will be like a stepping stool, the stepping stones. It's kind of like maybe if this was a house, this might be like the driveway. This might be like the guiding, that the driveway, that guiding path that will lead you to this fortified structure that will comprise Girls Night Out. But yeah, this is like low key the roadmap. Maybe this is not even the driveway. I haven't even gotten to the building yet. This just might be the roadmap. This might be the roadmap to Girls Night Out. But Homegirl Day Liaison is going to be the connecting piece. So I kind of like that. It's like it's going to get you there, so you can kind of get a firm, maybe not that firm, but maybe you might have a more clarified understanding or picture depiction of what it is that I'm doing. Listen, people know that Angels in Politics is predicated upon a number of things, but it's more so a philosophy, selfless service, systems of synthesis, systems of synchronicity, taking your personality with your passion, the coalescence of your personality and passion in conjunction with positioning yourself, putting yourself in a position to grow, meaning where you position yourself. Oh, you're going into the darkness. You're facing your fears. You're going you're going to, or you're leaving in an environment in which you were comfortable in which you were stable in which was predictable, and you knew everything, and now you're getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, and that's allowing you to pivot. That's allowing you to open yourself up to receive the initial or the inevitable jabs and haymakers and whatever case, whatever like blows. You need the blows in life, body blows if this is a boxing match. But when you position yourself and you pivot and you're open to these new experiences, you're going to figure out like, wow, I'm getting used to being uncomfortable, and this is like how I'm leveling up. This is how I figure out what my strengths are. This is how I gain new skills. This is how I become an ascended version of myself. This is how I rise up that ladder of self-actualization or self-ascension, self-realization. And yeah, and that's purpose. Having a definitive purpose, having your purpose that is in alignment with, well, no, yeah, your purpose is in alignment with God, because your purpose is like the reason why you are put on this earth. And that's the definiteness of purpose is truly like your guiding light. Your definiteness of purpose is your intentions of why you do everything. Your intention as to why you wake up at 5 a.m. instead of like sleeping in until 10. Your definiteness of purpose is the reason why you go and go on that 2 mile, 3 mile run, or you take that spin class, or you go to that Pilates class, and you meditate for 30 minutes, 40 minutes in the morning, or you meditate for 20 minutes and you do your stretching for 15 minutes and you read the scripture. I mean, that purpose, that intention is there. Once you do everything with intention, because you know that there's this goal, this aspiration, and it's not a goal, it's not an aspiration, it's your truth. Once you have that meaningful, once you have that purpose in life, and you have declared it, then everything that you're doing is under this umbrella. So Angels in Politics is my is my lifelong work. Angels in Politics is really me selling you on yourself. If that's going to be a business, it's really selling you on yourself. And once you understand, and once you're awakening that inner volcano that is just waiting to be, waiting to be probed, waiting to explode. It's a pending eruption. You know how they say, oh, this volcano has been inactive. This is Mount Vesuvius in Greece or something, or this is this is the volcano from Hawaii that hasn't been active. Well, actually, some shit did turn up in Hawaii about a few years ago. But it's like that's the key. It's like your what's in you, your spirit, your energy. It could be your Kundalini energy. It could be your Christ consciousness. It could be just your talent. It could be all types of things that you don't want to classify it as. But there is this reservoir, or there's this volcano, there's this pit that is within you that is waiting to be awakened, and it will shoot and permeate through every area of your body, through your cognitive sense, your psychological sense, your emotional sense, emotional, spiritual, physiological. You're gonna be walking around like you're on fire. Like you're literally gonna be feeling like you have electricity pulsating through your veins. You're gonna literally feel like you can transform into the wind and become one with water, and do all these types of things. And that's whenever your definiteness, your definitive, your true and audacious, purpose has been aligned with your personality, your passions, your positioning, your pivoting, and like, this is where I'm supposed to be. So that's yoga. And that bridging of those gaps, that's yoga. And you know how I am about the yoga, meaning I'm not that flexible, but expanding the cognitive flexibility, cognitive discipline will allow you to open up that cognitive bandwidth to receive the energy, to receive that sense of awareness, in which you're going to be mindful and say, hey, like, damn, I know I'm supposed to be amassing this fortune, whatever that means. And the fortune may not be in finances. The fortune may be in you listening. The fortune may be in you gaining empathy and being more courageous, and being the person to inspire and motivate others. It can be that the fortune of empowerment, the fortune of joy, the fortune of compassion, that fortune. Do you understand how fortunate you are? Do you understand how rich and wealthy you are? Do you understand how healthy you are? Okay, so boom. This is like, that's Angels in Politics. Okay, so you get that white collar goon, creative manifestation, creative and artistic manifestation of Angels of Politics. That is the vignettes. That is the flow. That is the yoga. That is the video. That is the assemblage or the assortment, or the creative coalescence of bridging these various constituents together. And now you see the fucking blog with the Tumblr, with the photos, with the music, with the art, with the decadence, with the, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's when you see the short film, and that's when you see, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's when you feel it. That's how that all comes together under the umbrella of everything is political at that, that will lead into, political council, political collections, political collective, political creative, political capital, it's all political. The political vision, the universal angel vision fund that will lead into scholarships and grants and continuous building and reshaping, reformatting, literally like building our future in the way that we see fit. But Homegirl de liaison, that that is that is that is just a way for me to, in an interesting way, show like how passionate I am about like people and awakening that, or I won't say inspire. I can't inspire anybody. You can inspire yourself. You can be motivated by something that I'm saying, but the inspiration has to come internally. It's intrinsic. It's just like, okay, like this person said he wakes up at 5 a.m., but like you might be cool on that shit, right? So you might be inspired to start eating healthy. You might be inspired to start making, shakes in the morning. You might be inspired to drink, warm or hot water with lemon and apple cider vinegar before you go to bed or when you wake up. You might be inspired to do. You have to do the thing that literally was like a motivational force to you, right? But you might be inspired to write and journal and have, a fucking closet full of books that are stacked up on the floor and notebooks and journals that, that correspond or correlate to those books, because you've had dreams, you've taken notes, you've wrote or written raps and all kinds of poems, and you have graphics, and you might be a drawer, you might be somebody who's an artist, having all these various sketches and whatnot. Homegirl de liaison, it doesn't really roll off your tongue, but it kind of does. Homegirl de liaison is my bridging of Girls Night Out to really provide like an understanding as to like how keenly interested, how keenly or how keen I am, particularly as far as deducing and evaluating and formulating not only an opinion but an open and just an open level of receiving the variety, the complexity, also the simplicity of the divine feminine, of feminine energy, of the varieties of archetypes within feminine energy. How everybody or every woman who is feminine doesn't necessarily need to be the girl or the woman who can wear makeup in a magnificent manner, or do her makeup in a way that looks like she's worked for 20 years at Estee Lauder, or that might be dating me, but like or MAC or Sephora, or these types of places where women go literally to like pay somebody to do the makeup for them. Like just because a woman doesn't get her nails done and get a pedicure and wear the sandals that show her pretty feet with the handbag that matches her blouse and her skirt, and goes to the wherever it's gonna be Girls Night Out, but where she gets her facials and she gets her waxes and she gets her massage and she gets her hair dyed, and she does all these things, and I feel like that is an archetype, and that is a projection, that is literally like a woman. I mean, it may not be all women, but that is a woman out there. But then there's so many other types of women. There's women who go hiking. There are women who are technologists. There are women who are futurists. There are women who are visionaries. There are women who don't want to have any fucking title because they are unlimited. They are limitless. They are boundless. They are superheroes. They are the archetype in which they truly express, creative ubiquity. I mean, and it's just all encompassing. You can't pigeonhole them. I mean, they're fantastic daughters, sisters, mothers, wives, girlfriends. Maybe they're none of those things. Maybe they don't want to be somebody's wife. Maybe they don't want to be somebody's mother. Maybe they just want to be the stepsister. Maybe they just want to be the step cousin. Maybe they just want to be maybe they want to be a wizard. Maybe they want to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just want to work into, maybe they want to be a horticulturist and just work with, plants and vegetation and the greenery and work in green homes and hoop homes and deal with, the innovative practices and methodologies to advance, farming in permaculture for the future generations. Like, there are so many ways to kind of to learn from women. And that's what Homegirl Day Liaison is going to be. It's going to be the connecting piece to these characteristics, to these archetypes, to an understanding of how these women flow, how these women. I don't know if I'm gonna fully streamline. I'm gonna have to streamline this. There's so much content. There's so much content out here. Yeah, I mean, and but yeah, like showcasing the beauty, the layers, the multifacetedness, the powers, the superpowers of the female archetype, the divine feminine, and what comes from that once it is awakened, once it's aroused, once you whatever it is, once you ignite. And that's the word I'm looking for. Once you ignite those sparks of femininity, once you ignite those sparks of creativity, then you start to arouse those fires. You start to arouse or awaken those fires of desire, of passion, of love, of compassion, of sexuality, of fluidity. And then that's how that volcano erupts. That's how the purpose gets aligned. That's how she becomes who she becomes. And that's how she can go into the light. And she's just like the sun that's beaming on me. She is the light. She is the light. She is the solar energy. She's also the lunar energy. That is feminine energy. That is the lunar energy. And what does the moon have to do with the what? The moon has so much. The moon is linked to the water, to the ocean. And what is the world is 70+% water. Your body is 70+% water. So if you're not aligned with your lunar energy, i.e. the feminine energy, i.e. the divine feminine, then how can you be at flow? How can you streamline your consciousness? How can you be in that state of flow that will allow you to be in accordance, to be congruent with your path, with your purpose, with your definitive purpose? How can you do your things? Trust me, how can you do anything with intention if you're not aware of your energy? And I really want to explore the divine feminine. And I will continue to put that information out there. So look out for the Loon Feminine. Look out for Homegirl Day Liaison. Be ready and be prepared. Now I'm not going to say just start reading, but low-key start reading. I'm not going to just say just get healthy. Homegirl, you're going to need to do that regardless. I'm not going to say just start meditating and praying. You should be doing that regardless. But trust me, Girls Night Out is coming your way. Girls Night Out is coming to a town near you. Girls Night Out is on its way. Namaste, namaskar.